Hey, what's going on, guys? Another episode of Kyle TV. In this episode, we'll be talking about Bitcoin. Is it going to 20K, or what is the deal with Bitcoin? So without further ado, we're already on the charts. We're on coinmarketcap.com. Looks like the bottom possibly has been reached at the very bottom of the flash crash, so to speak. So we'll go ahead and pull up the chart here. And yeah, so I mean, depending on which exchange you looked at, it got as low as $9,500. We're pulling up this chart right here. It looks like 9K, almost right around 9K on Coinbase. So pretty insane. But can it rebound? Can it actually rebound off of this and reach new all-time highs? Well, let's go ahead and look at the chart, or a chart. Let me go ahead and show you guys. So this is basically the overall pattern that has taken place right now. So what this is called is a bull flag, and basically if we come back to this picture, this is kind of like a traditional pattern in trading where you have a flagpole and a flag, so it looks like a flag, flag and a flagpole. So it's called a bullish flag pattern, and based on this flagpole is where you can kind of guess where the price might be. So that's where we pull up this chart, and it shows exactly kind of the same kind of pattern. So this isn't like a guarantee, this is just speculation. We're at the very bottom of the RSI as far as the 14-day RSI right here, reaching about 35 on the RSI. So it's definitely towards this bottom. So is it going to 20K? So that's what we're going to talk about even more. We're going to jump into this Elliott wave pattern. So if you don't know what Elliott wave is, it's just a fancy term of basically the chart moving in 5 different patterns. So the bottom being 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just basically like 5 little zigzags to the upward movement, and that kind of completes the Elliott wave. And then it retraces back down to 2. So 1, 2, 3. So which is what we saw here. 1, 2, 3. Now, is it time for it to retrace back upwards? So this is where the bullish flag is being represented right now in the chart. So if we take a look at that, is it due for another Elliott wave? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the same length of this pole right here, which is being shown in this drawing, is where you can kind of show the price action. Is it going to go to this level? Is it going to break 20K still? We don't know yet. Obviously, this is just speculation, obviously. But what I've used here is Fibonacci retracement, just showing the high and the low, and it just kind of shows you these key levels of support and resistance and things like that. So that's kind of what these little these colors are on the chart. So it's very interesting. The Fibonacci pattern, if you don't know what Fibonacci is, it's like basically it's basically like kind of like a golden ratio type of deal, where you'll just have to Google it and find out yourself. So it goes a lot more deeper than just stocks and trading, but it actually is found in like nature and all kinds of other different things. But that's what the Fibonacci ratio actually is. Now it applies a little bit differently in trading, but same kind of idea as far as with the mathematics and everything goes. So not to get too far into detail, just think of it as in zigzags. You just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, little retracement, 1, 2, 3, and then do for another Elliott wave, which is basically what it looks like, little waves. So that's pretty much it. That's why they come up with these terms, so they're easy to remember. But what do you think below? Are we due for a run up? Do you think is actually going to go down even more, break down because of how slow Bitcoin is being right now? Or do you think people are just going to trade the ticker and just keep hodling for the long term? So now the markets in general have rebounded as well. If you look at a lot of these patterns, they just mimic Bitcoin. So obviously sales were very good the last 2 days. So if you got into some of these coins, you're seeing a lot of growth. So another strategy could be, when the market is crashing, you're able to really obviously spot a crash like this. If you're, a little bit more seasoned, you can always trade your crypto into Tether. So Tether, like USDT, until the market, it's time to rebound. So if you basically traded for USDT when you knew this crash was going to happen, you would have saved yourself a lot of money, and then able to trade back into Bitcoin, and then you'd have even more gains. So that's kind of a strategy. It's a little bit more for traders that know what they're doing, but it's something to take note of in the future, because one Tether is pretty much equivalent to $1, $1 is how Tether works. So that way in big crashes like this, you can always switch to Tether to hold on to your gains, and then when the market is ready to rebound, you can obviously take your positions back into altcoin. So what some of the more seasoned traders do. Some people don't like Tether though, because they're not as transparent as people would want them to be. So that's just one strategy. Other strategies would be like the hold in solid coins, hodl in solid coins. Bitcoin used to be basically like the Tether of of crypto. It was a good place to store value, but obviously that volatility has changed. BTC dominance, it's been at its all-time lows. So that strategy is kind of out the door for now until Bitcoin can really rebound and get things going again. But the Tether strategy is still good for now. So, but what do you think, beloved? Were you able to get in some of these altcoins for cheap? What's your strategy moving forward? Do you think this is something that could happen, 20K Bitcoin, or do you think it's continued to break through the flag and just continue to get crushed? Let me know what your thoughts are. Subscribe to this channel. Let me know what you think. Hit the notification bell, thumbs up, comment below, and I will see you guys at the blockchain and in the next video. Peace. To the moon, Bitcoin all the way. Because what you want is what you need.